What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and of course, with the rerun of Astray Record actually ending here this week, we have some news, so let's just get into this, shall we? Of course, there's new events coming, anime campaign information. Campaign's pretty much over, but they're going to continue doing the 11 draw gacha every day for a little bit longer. That's super nice. I really love these everyday gachas, because it gives us an opportunity to pick up some units that probably, I'm told you to skip quite a few units. Like, honestly, basically, if it's not time limited from this point going forward, for me, it's going to be almost a guaranteed skip, unless the unit's, like, phenomenal. So, Anime Celebration present until 3:30. You can get 400 Iris as a present. Basically, if you haven't logged in, log in and get that present. Most of us have probably already received that at this point. Get 50 Iris as reward for your first clear of the last episode. We did that last week, dropped a video on it and everything. If you guys haven't watched this season, I know a few people are waiting to binge it. I'm going to tell you right now, go watch it. It's easily my favorite season. Let me rephrase this. From a production standpoint, best season. Hard to top season 3 story-wise, but for Ryu fans, I'm sure the Ryu fans out there right now are going nuts. Reruns available until Wednesday. Now, we never did all the stories on this. I really need to pick back up and do the stories on it. In fact, I'm probably just going to continue doing the stories like the event never went away, because I do want to get the stories done before the event dropped. Just sometimes it's really hard to get out, 4 or 5 videos a day. That's anybody who does any YouTube, anything like that, you can know some of these videos can take, even though the video can maybe be 10, 15 minutes, you're talking like an hour of production time sometimes. So it's really hard to work that into a day. But the exchange bonds, we never really talked about this, but I'll let you guys know right away. Probably want some of the newer units like the Althea Zard unit. That's kind of what I'm looking at the moment. But just go through and see what your team actually needs. But you'll only be able to choose one. So good luck. You got a lot of choices. There are some units that got really substantial rebalances. We talked about those along the way. And there's some units that, not so great. If you still want me to talk about it, let me know in the comments down below. I could drop a video on that. You'll have up to a week after the events end to actually make that decision. So we can definitely talk about it, but it's a lot to go over. I mean, as you can see, there's, 5, 10, no, it's 6, 12, 18, 21, 23 different units to talk about. So it's a lot. So the reruns are currently live right now, guys. Make sure you guys are doing that if you want them. But honestly, my opinion is at this point, you need to save for the anniversary, and we're inevitably getting a Hero Festi here shortly. Ryu, I really like this Ryu. I mean, she's really, really solid, but like I said, I'm kind of in save mode. In fact, I actually did go in for the Alicia unit. Now, she'll be here, I forget when she goes away. I don't think it's this week, I think it's next week she goes away, so you'll have some extra time to figure it out. But this week we're getting a new story, Sword Oratoria. Overture of the Sword and Spear. Now, clear all the quests, you'll get a 4-star 11 draw ticket, which is phenomenal. And, of course, we're getting new banners with this. So, this is going to start tomorrow, and then it's going to go all the way to basically mid-end of April. This will start cover Sword Oratoria Volume 10, and will soon be available fully voiced in a long tail, which would be really nice. Like I said before, clear it and get 11 draw tickets. It's kind of a no-brainer. Okay, we are getting a new Eyes unit. This new Eyes unit I haven't looked at yet. I hate to admit. So let's kind of figure this out. This will be a cold read on this one. So Eyes, 5522, so about the HP levels we expect to see these days. Magic unit, 2049 Magic, 1122 Agility. It's kind of a low agility for a Magic unit. 560 is also pretty low, but that is, remember, kind of typical for a Magic unit. They tend to have a little lower endurance. Skill 1 with her is a 66 MP cost. Foes plural, slow. Mid thunder. That's thunder? That's Finn. Okay, no, I'm reading the wrong thing. No. Okay. Skill 1 is 69 MP cost. Noise. Foe singular, fast, mid, dark magic attack. See, I could take one look at it and no, that was supposed to be dark. Mid dark magic attack and single target damage taken plus 30%, so you know she's a Record Buster unit. For 2 turns, self, magic, and dark attack damage plus 60% for 2 turns. 4 additional actions, foe singular, mid dark magic attack, and extend status debuffs by 2 turns. Allies extend status buffs by 2 turns. Very good. I like the fact that we're getting this skill in more units because that means that you could take Haruhime off a lot of these teams, and if you could just debuff or use other units for healing, you don't need her counter heals anymore. Of course, as soon as they drop a unit like this, they always drop a Haruhime that's like pretty much mandatory again. So kind of expect a Haruhime probably the next Eurofest that's going to be like mandatory. We'll see how that plays out. Skill 2 is a 52 MP cost. Allies 30% HP heal, so she's a healer as well. 30% HP regen for 4 turns, and foe singular. Dex critical rate, guard rate down 30% for 4 turns, and allies dex critical rate and guard rate plus 30% for 4 turns. Very nice. Skill 3, 49 MP cost. Foe singular, slow super dark magic attack with ultra critical rate. Skill damage plus 30% per self magic, dex, and critical rate, and allies ailment cure. Nice. Very nice. Now, we're getting a lot of ailment cure, so I'm expecting to see some units here shortly that do double ailment. Here's the deal with Record Buster units. For the average player out there, at this juncture, you would be silly to go in for a Record Buster unit. Almost guaranteed your light team can get you a top 500 score, if not at least top 1,000 score. If you've spec'd into that team during the anniversary, like I told everyone to do last year, you could probably ride that team out and still get the Record Buster scores you need. Record Buster units are traps from this point, basically until the anniversary drops. I'm just saying that right now. As a Record Buster stan, I'm saying that. SA is a foe singular ultra dark magic attack with ultra critical rate, skill damage 40% per self magic, crit, and dex buff. Allies magic 120%, which is actually really nice. And dark attack damage 90%, so she's a lot like that Alicia that just dropped, which is, I really like that Alicia. Here's the deal. If you want to go one and done on her, that's great. She's not time limited. You can use Prism Bonds, but don't go crazy, because she'll have her uses, but they're going to be few and far between. Mostly Record Buster. Just being realistic here. And, spoiler alert, we have a Finn unit here. It is a Thunder unit, as we kind of figured out before. 4627, high HP. 605 endurance. I expect that to be a little bit higher in a physical unit. 2182 for physical attack. 1270 for agility. It's like his agility and Iz's were swapped. 920 for dex. All in, solid numbers. Skill 1, 66 MP cost. Foes plural. Slow mid-thunder physical attack with ultra encounter rate. Self, strength, agility, dex, and thunder attack damage 50% for 5 turns. It's a weird number. And 3 additional actions. Foes plural mid-thunder physical attack with ultra penetration rate. Skill damage 40% per each foe physical resistance debuff and AoE damage taken debuff. Ooh. I actually like Finn. Problem is the Thunder team is kind of lackluster still. Let's see if he fixes that, though. I could already take one look at this and say I don't think he does, but... Skill 2 is a... I just like the fact that his extra action does a huge amount of damage. This is a unit that if Thunder gets any more... if Thunder really gets some better units, and they're starting to like trickle out a bit, if they get some love during the anniversary, this unit's going to actually be a no-brainer on a lot of stuff going forward, I feel like. Skill 2 is going to be a 50 MP cost, foes plural. That's not saying go into it. I'm just saying be aware he's out there. Remember, General Pool, you can get one and done. You can get him on 2 and 3 star tickets, and you'll be able to, you'll have tickets where you can go into the General Pool. If you're like me and you do the full course, you can get him every month, so on and so forth. Skill 2 is a 50 MP cost, foes plural, fast. Remove AoE damage taken, lowered buffs. In other words, they're essentially debuffs. That's a war game skill. So if somebody debuffs your AoE damage taken, I guess technically consider it a buff. I consider it a debuff, whatever. Essentially, if you're taking extra AoE damage, he's going to remove that skill. And physical resist down 40%. AoE damage taken plus 40%, so he kind of nullifies himself on the other team, which is interesting. And skill 3 is a 44 MP cost, foe singular, high thunder physical attack with ultra penetration rate, skill damage 50% per foe physical resistance debuff, and AoE damage taken debuff. So, assuming that you don't come up another fin and those are not removed, if he gets taunted, he'll do some significant damage. He'll also be useful if you need to use him as a single target unit, but that's, it is what it is. I always say I love units like this, but I'm not going to gush too much because I'm skipping this banner. At least at this point. Unless they really wow me, I think at this point it's kind of a no-brainer to skip. SA is a foe's plural Ultra Thunder physical attack with ultra penetration rate, temporary great strength boost, remove status debuffs, strength magic thunder attack, resistance down 50%, single target damage taken plus 50%. Nice, I actually like that a lot. Single target damage taken, but he's an AoE unit. Interesting. And 4 turn, yeah. Okay, and that says for 4 turns. So he doesn't have the extra actions on his SA, but that's interesting. He's a good build. He's a solid build. I don't have a lot of love for the Thunder team right now. Maybe that'll change soon. We'll see. If the Thunder team gets any better, this guy's gonna be a no-brainer. Alicia, 4562 HP, 526 endurance, 1025 dex, 1219 agility, and 2023 magic. Pretty standard for the magic units we've seen in the past year. Spoilers. Skill 1 is a 90 MP cost, foes plural, highlight magic attack with a high penetration rate, temporary magic boost, counter rate, heal rate, light resistance down 40% for 4 turns, self magic agility plus 60% for 4 turns, and 3 additional actions, foes plural, mid-light magic attack. Ooh, she's a magic unit. I just realized she's a light unit. Light team's still really good. Self magic agility, 60% for 4 turns and 3 additional actions. Foes plural mid-light magic attack with a high unguard rate. Skill damage 40% per self agility boost. Nice. I actually like when they do the percentage boosts on the extractions. I think that's really good. She'll be an absolute beast on the light team. Too bad I'm skipping her. Skill 2 is a 62 MP cost, allies fast light, attack damage 60%, and dark resist plus 40%. Nice. Foes plural strength, magic, agility down 40% for 1 turn. Just a little disappointing. Remove dark attack damage and light resistance buffs. Allies 10% MP heal. And skill 3 is a 45 MP cost, super light magic attack with ultra and guard rate, temporary great magic boost, and allies cure status ailments. SA is ultra light magic attack with ultra and guard rate, temporary great magic boost, and allies magic and light attack damage 90% for 4 turns. I liked her extra action, but the rest of her is kind of eh. So yeah, Alicia's definitely not doing it for me. Let's look up Brevaria, spoiler alert. And she is an assist. Brevaria is a 1096 HP, 663 for magic attack. Agility is 386, so she not groundbreaking by any stretch. At full max limit break, she will do dark resist dark resist down 25% and self critical rate plus 30% with 4 instant effects when attacked. Foe singular low dark magic attack, strength and magic down 40% for 2 turns. This can happen twice per turn. Interesting. So, I do actually kind of like Brevaria, but I'll be honest, the Dark team is good. I'm not gonna dog on the Dark team. She's super important for that team, but I'm gonna be honest. I still feel like, maybe get one of her and hold on to her in case in case the Dark team gets really good. That's kind of my goal. I might just one and done her. I might even do the paid banner just to get her. I really don't want to blow my free to play Iris on this at this point. So that's the two new banners that are coming. Not really blown away by these by any stretch. They're good units, but are they mind-blowing? Nah. And there's been talks that there's a Hero Festa around the corner. Some people speculate maybe even before the end of the month, which is a week and a half away. There's the U.S. anniversary, which we'll talk about here in a moment, right now, and there might be something for that too, so it's hard to tell. So there's a part A and a part B, and each one gives you a prism bond. One's an adventure, one's an assist. The assist is always more valuable, so if you want to know, blah, blah, blah. You get a US 5-year 4-star guaranteed ticket. You get an 11-draw ticket times 2, Ascension Fallen times 15. All units are those added after April 2022. A lot of good units in there. Ton of good units in there. You're not going to get some, 5-year-old nonsense. So I do like that. Or at least not on the 4-star guaranteed. On the regular ones, you could do it. Of course, we're getting the new story, the new banners, and of course, there's going to be bundles for them. But, nah. Just nah. We just talked about that. There's a new heroic trial. It's actually for the manga units from last year. Funny enough, I actually dusted off that couple of these units recently. So that'll be a lot of fun. I like the fact that they're getting this because I actually do need another bond of that Alicia. I actually do really like that Alicia unit, but I don't have her maxed, so that would be a lot of fun to get an extra bond for her. Bonus Iris campaign. This will be basically the beginning of the month, and our record buster this week is going to be Brevaria. It looks like she's going to be light type. Still think the light team will be able to pull out a top 500. If not top 500, at least top 1,000 minimum. But light team should easily be able to knock out a top 500 score. Downmatch schedule for 3/24. This is Thursday? Yeah. Thursday. Well, remember, that's all JP time, so it's 3/23. So, yeah, that's Thursday. We're getting the new login bonus. Login bonus looks good. Not really groundbreaking. Schedule for 3/30. Telskura Abyss is getting another update, and now you can register 9 different parties. Most people complain that we don't have enough parties to register. I personally have not been a fan. I hate to admit it. I haven't even run this. I've just given up on Telskura Abyss. It's not something I do because, quite frankly, they nerfed the rewards so tragically. I find it very hard to be motivated to do it, and I know a lot of other players who are in the same boat. Let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of people are really upset with Telskura Abyss because the Undertale Skura event wasn't bad. It was essentially just Wargame. It didn't really change anything, but the rewards were super good. The rewards made it just so worth going in there every day. But now, yeah, just pass. I hate to say that, but it's kind of how I feel. We're getting Wargame back next week. And on 3/31, we are getting a new Familia Rush. So this time next week, we should be getting some information on that. For one, we're getting a new Memoria, and this Memoria is, I believe, Earth and Thunder. Yeah. Party Earth and Thunder attack damage 6%, turns 11 through 15. Late game Earth and Thunder. So we might be getting some big updates to those teams soon. I do like the Earth team. Thunder, I talked earlier about being kind of lackluster, but maybe they're going to get some love here soon. I like that. So there you go. There's all the stats on it. We already talked about the Iris combo for sale. That's a monthly thing. So here is, if it took forever to populate, so all the stuff we are getting this week, all the stuff we are getting next week. We're going to focus, though, on this week. The final trial runs out tonight. I have not S-cleared it yet because I've been so obstinate about what kind of teams I want to run. I'm like this close. I hate to say it, though. I did pull a level 60 Alicia, and she might need one bond to pull it out. We'll talk about it here shortly. I will try to get that video out. I know it's going to be super late, so stay tuned. Make sure you have your subscriptions on. Make sure you have your notifications. Maybe we can make this happen. I've just been so stinking close, and I haven't quite been able to squeak out the S-clear. So if you guys are still waiting on that, I apologize. I did say I was going to wait till the last second, but here we are at the last second because a lot of the other teams we tried just simply didn't work. It's like it requires that unit but I'm not going to tell you guys to limit break her. I'm not going to tell or max limit break her. I'm going to be like, if you got a rogue prison bond or something like that, that's about as far as I'm willing to go with her. But we'll see. Remember, you don't even have an S clear. You can just get a general like B clear just to get the reward. So we'll talk about that too. That video will probably be coming around 6 p.m. tonight. So make sure you check back if you're trying to finish that event. Like, comment, share, guys. I'll catch you guys here shortly for more Danmachi.